Listen, I connected with something else that you mentioned a lot, which is vulnerability. So I think that's also deeply connected to that, right? Like to have an organization that works as a well-oiled machine, you need that trust. And for that to happen, I believe you need that vulnerability. What I find that is difficult is that there's a fine line between being inhuman, right? Like being like a robot. This is work. We're not gonna share anything. How's your day going? Answer good because I don't really want to know what's going on with your life. And then going to the extreme of oversharing, right? When people, I think when a good measurement for me is that it's a gift when someone shares something personal with you. It feels like a gift when the relationship is there for that to happen, and you feel that inspiring you to grow that relationship versus when it's right away out of the gate, you're getting to know someone and they share something too personal. It feels like a burden that they're throwing uh, many things towards you that you don't know how to deal with it. So there's definitely a right and wrong way to do it. So I wanted to get your take on how do you find that balance between being purely transactional and oversharing?
Yeah. The short answer is neither of those extremes is effective, right? You can't have a bunch of people just being very robotic about their role and about the mission and about the business. You're not going to innovate that way. You're not going to grow that way. You are certainly not going to build the type of team cohesion that is absolutely necessary to achieving your mission. But the other extreme is also detrimental, right? So you can't, there is a fine line, to your point, between encouraging and enabling and supporting vulnerability and creating almost a victim based culture, right? Now, I hope your audience does not misunderstand that statement, because there is a lot of emphasis now, rightly so, around being much more observant of and supportive of different mental health needs in an organization and in a culture. And that's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is leadership teams that have been allowed to sort of swirl in this, this sort of whirlpool or negative whirlpool of churn and of complaints about the past, about the leaders above them, about the lack of authenticity, about what they don't have control over. And when you're in a leadership role, whether you're in the C-suite, you're a senior leader, you're in middle management, or you're a frontline supervisor, by the very nature of your role, you do have control, at least to some degree, over how you're going to build a team, how you're going to impact the culture, and how you're going to mobilize and motivate the people that are trying to follow your lead, right? And I think part of that, it is incumbent upon all of the leaders at any level to create and sustain and nurture and encourage an environment where people can lean on each other. They can be vulnerable. They can express their concerns without it devolving into this swirl of woe is me, the sky is falling, we can't grow, we can't do anything, we can't trust the leadership. After a while, there has to be some voice in the room that says, enough, we have to move forward.